Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I made a few comments in my very last video about certain XRP holders being a little bit crabby, you know what I'm saying? Because XRP, from their perspective, it should be doing better. They just feel that it should be doing better. And it should be way higher in price. And I'm sitting there looking at it's number 6 in market cap, it's got legal clarity, the market goes in tandem. I'm sitting here smiling as widely as possible. So I don't share these fears from these people. I've been in this too long to get emotionally, to feel emotionally disturbed by what I perceive right now as very normal price action for the crypto market. None of this looks weird to me. But I want to focus in this video on what I think is some really thoughtful perspectives having to do specifically about XRP and the sentiment, in the space for XRP holders. And I broadly agree with what this particular analyst said. There's one thing where I could nitpick a little bit, and so I will because it's my channel, I do what I want. But really, it's just a little bit of me respectfully disagreeing. But I think that the perspective and insight here is pretty well spot on. So just thought I'd share with you some thoughts on that. But this particular analyst says that XRP is, quote, like a coiled spring ready to pop off, end quote. And so, look, I never make price predictions. I never will, because I'd just be making crap up out of thin air. I'm not a chart guy. I don't want to be. I just want to be a long-term holder because I know that works. But I gotta tell you, it sure as hell does seem that way, doesn't it? This thing has been prepped, my friends. Like, it's in prime position. And my personal opinion is that we've never been closer to having this thing finally go. And obviously, we're talking about XRP hitting a new all-time high. Well, of course, with each second we're closer, but I mean it in slightly different terms than that. I'm not thinking just about the time. Yes, more time passes, so we must be closer if it's ever going to happen. Duh. But look at how everything's lining up in terms of what's happening with Bitcoin, stock market, XRP, legal clarity, you name it. It's looking fantastic. In fact, I would argue that the negative sentiment in the XRP community it's a good metric. When that stuff happens, it's when people seem, when things seem, most doubtful and uncertain or scary. Historically, that is the time when things start to go. So we'll see what happens. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now, at the time I'm recording this, XRP is 57 cents, Bitcoin at 43,983 bucks, and as I explained in the last video, the real fireworks are about to come. And this is pretty rare, but we actually know it's going to happen 1, 2, or 3 days from now with about 100% certainty. That is super rare. It's one of those events where what happens in real life is going to be, I believe anyway, extremely impactful in terms of crypto markets and what happens price action-wise. But the analyst in question here is Crypto Insight UK. And again, I think that this overall is pretty well spot on here, so I wanted to run through it with you and add some commentary. There's only one thing, like I said, where I respectfully disagree a little bit, but not entirely, and I'll explain what I mean. But here's what Crypto Insight UK had to say. XRP needs to hold a weekly close above 56 cents. He wrote 56.36 cents specifically. And by the way, I'll just note here, roughly this level is what I keep seeing a ton of different XRP analysts cite. Whether they agree it's 56 cents or 54 cents or 55 cents, maybe we're splitting hairs at that point. I keep seeing roughly this level cited, which is why we had that liquidation event, several days ago, whenever it was. In XRP, it went down, and that scared some of the crabby people, But it was good to see that it held that critical support level. And so again, I'm not pretending to be a chart guy. I just know that there's no shortage of XRP analysts that have cited that is really important. And to this point, it actually has held. That's pretty cool. So this is good news anyway. Anyway, he continues. There's a lot going on in the crypto space right now. A potential Bitcoin ETF this week has everyone's focus on Bitcoin. The consensus of crypto Twitter is that on the launch of a Bitcoin ETF, the attention will then move towards ETH as speculation of a spot ETH ETF has been floating around. However, I feel it could be finally time for XRP to make its move. Now, this might happen with ETH and alts for sure. There are a few reasons I feel this. Firstly, as we can see below, XRP is currently holding above arguably the most pivotal level in regards to price, 56 cents, in the last 7 years. Yeah, so folks, this is another thing that I saw multiple analysts highlight. This level, whether you say it's 54 cents, 55 cents, 56 cents, not only is it holding as critical support, but for years it's actually been resistance. It's flipped and is now support, at least at the time that I'm recording this video. That's good. This is a good sign, despite people getting crabby and scared. Like, things don't go up in a straight line for him. Anyway, he continues. XRP has reacted to this level multiple times, both as support and resistance. XRP is displaying similar technical characteristics to 2021's bear market. 2 tests of the 56-cent range as resistance, a breakthrough on the 3rd test, and then a consolidation. In 2021, the next phase was a breakout. Secondly, we have capitulation within the XRP community. You hear that, folks? We have capitulation within the XRP community. People throwing S-word at each other, emotions flying, and people selling because they cannot take it anymore, holding a S-word coin that never moves. This tells me, on a sentiment level, we are close. Remember, we buy fear, not greed. And folks, yes, absolutely. This will be my 3rd euphoric cycle, assuming it happens, which, I mean, I'm guessing it will, right? It'd be kind of weird if it didn't. But leading up to the last 2, it was the same thing. With XRP, it's never going to go, but then it goes. That happened last market cycle. It happened in 2017. I saw it. I had front row seats for this. And it was fun. It was very fun. So I'm expecting that that's going to happen. I mean, we're seeing that sentiment. It's not just going to stay here forever, though. But my God, if you are on social media platform X, which is basically where the XRP community lives, and, well, arguably we're all, all the crypto bros are, right? Even if they're not in XRP. You can see it. The disdain. And again, I don't even think it's most XRP holders. I just think that, the ones that are disturbed, they're very noisy. So it's overwhelming when you go through, when you're on X. It just seems like that's all that there is. I don't think that's actually true, though. Anyway, not the piece, not an article, but the perspective continues from Crypto Insight UK. Thirdly, whether people like it or not, XRP is legally not a security in the USA. A weight that has weighed on XRP for nearly 3 years. Yes, Ripple and the SEC still have to go to court unless we see a settlement, but the asset itself is a non-security by law. And folks, that, I have to say, that is of critical importance. You saw that even though XRP ran with the rest of the market, it was correlated, ran up to $2 in April of 2021, it did not hit a new all-time high, and it's the only top 10 coin that didn't. Why might that be? Well, it was also the only top 10 coin that was being assaulted by the SEC, and that is over. It is now unshackled, and this thing is going to run. This bitch going to run. It got legs. That's what I think anyway. Anyway, he continues. Now this narrative will have flushed many holders out as people look to sell on the release of that news at a break-even or a slight loss around 90 cents, as again, they can't take holding this asset. Finally, and this isn't a catalyst, but the tight consolidation structure is like I love this, like a coiled spring ready to pop off. In fact, on a technical level, the rising consolidation is a more bullish structure than that of 2017. We all know what happened next. I'm not suggesting we see a 60,000% move like we have previously, although history suggests this is a technical possibility. I am suggesting that a breakout with a Bitcoin ETF for XRP could be more explosive than most imagine, and that XRP has one bull cycle to catch up to potentially. Okay, so this is where I have my small disagreement, not entirely. When he says a 60,000% gain from this level, so I actually just went to a percent calculator before recording this video, and from the price level of 58 cents, which is about where it is, it's 60,000% increase is something like, I think it was $348.50. It's right around there. So that would be monstrous. So could XRP, even from this price level, increase by 60,000%? It might. I'm not pretending that it could. Now that would be insane. I just don't think that that's something that would happen anytime soon. Not even close to anytime soon. So if he's thinking perhaps that could happen sooner than later, then in that case, I just say I respectfully disagree. But the rest of the thinking, I think it makes tons of sense here. And then he says, could the attention move to XRP? I don't know what that narrative could be, but I do know it is darkest before dawn, and it feels pretty dark right now in the XRP community. You know what they say, the longer the base, the higher in space. Spot on, Crypto Insight UK. And then he shared this XRP price chart. So again, like when it comes to sentiment, like it just is what it is, and that's why the only way to like idiot proof this whole experience is to just buy stuff and then not do anything. That's what I believe anyway. I'm not telling you what you do whatever you want. If you think you can time the market, go ahead. You think you can do that and get in and out of positions and you're smarter than everybody else, the data says you're going to fail. You could have a number of wins in a row even, and then you really get cocky. You're so confident. See, I can do this. That Moon Lambo guy's an idiot. But then eventually you slip up and then you lose. That's what data shows us should be expected anyway. If you're one of the rare individuals who can actually consistently pull this stuff off, okay. But it's incredibly time consuming. And I think that, a lot of the traders that do this stuff, they're not even necessarily making life-changing wealth. You can make life-changing wealth by literally just holding and doing nothing. That's appealing to me. And then I feel like I'm just idiot-proofing this thing. But what I mean by that is like by taking all of the risk out of it. Well, not literally all the risk, but you know what I mean. Some of the biggest risks, like we are our own greatest threat to achieving life-changing wealth in crypto. So I'm taking me out of it. I insist this upon myself. I buy stuff and then I do nothing until I find it enticing to sell one day. That's it. Period. And so I do firmly still believe this is going to come. And so if you are one of these people that has this negative XRP sentiment, well, you're not alone, although I personally think that you're in the minority. It's just that it seems like there's so many of them because those are the people that are talking. But even if you're one of these people, I don't think you need to feel that way. I can't tell you what's right for you when it comes to investing. I wouldn't ever assume to, and I'm just a dude on the internet. But that's my personal, humble opinion. And I think that the best is yet ahead in 2024 is going to go absolutely ballistic, including for XRP. Good times ahead. That's my expectation. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Lambo.